Hey YouTube, this is Alexander and I'm back with another tech video. Now in this tech video I'm going to be doing a Flashback Friday type of tech video where I'm going to be taking a quick look at the Google Nexus 1. This is Google's first flagship Nexus device, so I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Okay, so you might be asking yourself, hey Alex, why are you reviewing this old device, 3 years old? What is this? Well, basically what I wanted to do is just give you sort of a comparison, which I will be doing more of in depth with the Nexus S and the Nexus 4 to come, but sort of like a glance or look back, flashback, if you will, of Nexus beginning, because this is the Nexus 1 built by HTC for Google. This was their first Nexus flagship that featured a 5 megapixel camera with an LED flash. You have your microphone right there, your volume rocker on the side, power button up top, 3.5mm headphone jack up top as well. And then I know somebody in my past videos has already told me what these are called, and I feel bad because I forgot, but these are your, if you can see them, it does focus. These are your contacts so that you can dock it, which I don't know if they ever came out with a dock, but it was supposed to let you dock your Nexus 1. And then you have your micro USB port right there. So this device came with Android 2.1. We're going to settings, and this is how the UI used to look in stock Android. This is 2.3 though, this is 2 versions above that. And then they also added this nice little Easter egg, zombie art by Jack Larson. It was their first step into being an iconic device, being the Halo device for Android. This was the Nexus, the device that was for purists or people who wanted to have the stock experience, or people who wanted to have the latest and greatest software version, because the Nexus devices, and it still stands true today, are always the first devices to get any new Android update that's ready or available. But that was the settings. Now we'll take a look at the camera. This featured, like I said, a 5 megapixel camera. You did have zoom, which was nice because you could zoom right here, which was unfortunate that they disabled that or took it out in the Nexus S. I believe they had to make room for the NFC chip. That's what I heard. So they took out 720p video recording as well as a zoom feature. You have your focus mode right here, picture size, picture quality, color effect. You can add some color effect. So we'll take a quick picture of this Android. So the camera didn't quite focus there. So you can see here's one in black and white, and then you can see one in color. I have my notes back there. And this is a picture of my the Nexus 4. So the camera was okay. The quality was okay. The cameras weren't all the rage back then. The camera wasn't the #1 feature usually on a device. Now I know the HTC Evo 4G came out in the summer of the same year this guy came out, of 2010, and it had an 8 megapixel camera. It was like, wow, 8 megapixels, which doesn't necessarily mean it's better quality, but the camera back then it wasn't what it is today. They aren't pushing the camera so much back then. We'll take a look at the old music layout. Now you have your songs here, your albums. You see albums, and you also have this nice little thing down here on the side, artists and playlists. We'll take a look at the UI so we can see how this looks. You have so you can manage your songs, your shuffle, and then repeat the current song and things like that. You have your play and fast forward down there, and then some info and the album art if there was any. So that's how it looked, and we'll go back into that and we'll play it. And as you can see, it also showed up in the notification bar. So they were, it was working towards what it is now with the ability to pause, play, rewind, things like that. What you see now in Android, this is sort of where the stock experience started. They did have the Droid, which had, I believe, a stock experience or close to it, but it wasn't a Nexus device. So let's go ahead and take a look at the keyboard. Just type something quick here. This is a nice keyboard. So you can see I typed that pretty nice. Now the keyboard does feel really small. I actually used this. I was planning to use it for a week when I first got it. That didn't quite turn out because of the old hardware, and I couldn't use this thing for a week. It was too limited. So I ended up using it for a day. A day I used it for, not even a full day since I got it, which was like around noon. So a couple hours I had my SIM card in here using it. But I just feel like this device could come back in some way and be another, Nexus 1 second type thing. I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling, but I really do like the hardware, and this device was a really nice device. And I've read in previous comments on YouTube videos and posts, things like that, articles, that this is still one of the best looking hardware of a Nexus device, or possibly any device. So let's jump into the hardware. The hardware was a really nice hardware. It was a nice feel. It felt really nice in the hand when you held it, and it's nice and small. So it is easy to type, although that does give way to a smaller keyboard unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. It's gotten long enough. So let me know what you think about this device. Do you think that they could possibly try to make the next Nexus something similar to this, make it really nice, premium quality? Do you think the newest Nexus is already nice quality, nicer than this? Let me know what you think down below, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I have more videos coming up. Comparisons with my Nexus S and the Nexus 1, as well as the Nexus 4, the guy I'm recording with. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe down there, or after, check out my previous video if you'd like. If you have an iOS device, you might be interested in that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.